I am Rekha and we are learning English together. So welcome to my channel English for English. My today's topic is you don't have to be perfect in English. Yes, you heard right. My topic is you don't have to be perfect in English language. Everybody is running about this perfection. I know that you are quite serious about this language. You are quite eager to learn this language. You are not playing upon this language. You are not a dilettante learner. Rather, you are a very serious learner. You are not dabbling in this language. You are not using this language just for fun. You want to learn this language for some professional reasons, for some personal reasons, and you are very much into it. And you are very serious about learning this language. So, I am just telling you one thing, that it is okay that you are learning this language, but you don't have to be perfect in learning this language. How much good you have to be in this language? If you really want to be perfect, in this language, I'm sure that you will always fumble for good words. You will not be able to communicate with simple people. You will not be able to communicate in your simple language. Yes, room for improvement is always there. First of all, if we understand that how good we have to be in this language, we recognize our limit, it would be easy for us. It always becomes easy for us to understand that how we are going to improve. Because improvement is always needed. Everybody wants to improve. So it's okay. In the beginning, if you are putting your best effort to improve your pronunciation, it's not going to work for you. So this ghost of perfectionist is always there in your mind, making you dull. If you're obsessed with being perfectionist, always this kind of thought will remain in your mind, that how to be able to talk with simple language, because I need to be perfect in this language, or you're fumbling for looking for some right kind of appropriate kind of words and phrases, so that you might prove yourself, yes, I am a perfect in this language. So what do? You just break the link of simple communication, which is very much needed for you to present yourself in a simple way. You are always looking for some kind of words and phrases which will prove you perfect and which will take you to this position of perfectness. So that is not acceptable. You don't have to be so much perfect in this language. You are not doing any kind of job where you find that you are in a position where little sloppiness is always, condemnable. Little sloppiness is always criticized. You are not making any bread. You are not participating in any Olympic games, where there is no room for sloppiness. But yes, if you are speaking a language, you are always welcome. You are making mistake, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you are making mistake, because you are learning by making mistake. And you don't have to be perfect, because just take our example, what we do when we speak our mother tongue. Generally what we do, that we mix up so many words, it's not that we always speak in our mother tongue. If we are speaking Bengali, or we are speaking Gujarati or Marathi, what we do? We always mingle up some kind of words which we take sometimes from Hindi, or sometimes we take words from English. So it is not that we are only speaking in Bangla or in Gujarati or in Tamil or in Marathi. So what we do? We always mingle up words while communicating. Yes, if you are writing something, then it is always expected that you would write standard verbs or phrases for that, and any kind of mistakes or sloppiness in terms of grammar is not acceptable. Because you are writing some kind of formal letter, sometimes some legal letter, sometimes some kind of business letter, then you have to be very cautious of using the words and phrases which you are, selecting. So that's why I'm telling you that writing part is okay. You have to be cautious. There's no room for any kind of mistake. But when you are speaking something, when you are communicating with someone, it's always, room for sloppiness. You can make mistakes, you can correct yourself. The main thing is that you are able to produce, you are able to convey the idea or thoughts the person sitting in front of you. That's all. When you are talking to someone, it is not acceptable that you are using only English words. You don't have to be perfect in this language that you know. It means that you are giving yourself so much, a kind of pressure, you can say. So you are giving yourself a kind of pressure that yes, I have to speak in English and I'm not going to, mingle up on any other kind of words. I am going to use only English and that is English. So you are, following very hard and fast rules to speak this language, because yes, room for improvement is always there. First of all, if we understand that how good we have to be in this language, we recognize our limit, it would be easy for us. It always becomes easy for us to understand that how we are going to improve. Because improvement is always needed. Everybody wants to improve. So it's okay. In the beginning, if you are putting your best effort to improve your accent, you improve your pronunciation, it's not going to work for you. Earlier, initially, if you are into this language, if you are learning this language, it's okay. You're making so much mistake, you're correcting yourself. It's really acceptable. So when we are using any language, we should keep in mind that we should be very comfortable with dealing with this language, and it should come out naturally from our mouth. We should feel comfortable while speaking to others. Sometimes the words or phrases, it matters more than the nitty-gritty and nitpicking points of grammar. So it requires awful lots of reading and listening so that you end up using phrases and words naturally, comfortably, without any problem. Gradually you feel that you are very proficient in using those words, sentences and phrases and structures and terminology that the very proficient users do. So we can use words and phrases by imitating other people from YouTube only. If you follow some people talking and note down the phrases and words immediately, you will find that you have gone to the point of perfection, and though it's not need to be perfect in this thing, but still you find yourself that you have reached to that place where you are using those words and phrases very frequently without putting much efforts into your mouth, and very naturally and gradually it is coming out from your mouth, making you kind of habitual to use these things, and you should give more emphasis to writing part too, because when you write, a kind of wonders happen, When you are writing, you think a lot, new words and phrases come into your, brain, into your mind. You are able to think. If you are able to, think upon the idea on which topic you are going to speak, and even the rules of grammar would be correct when you are writing, because you can understand yourself that yes, I am making some mistake in writing, so naturally it is going to improve, and very slowly it happens that you carry over those things into your speaking too. So when you are correcting your writing part, you are using more and more words and phrases and idioms in your writing part. Very slowly it becomes a kind of habit, and then spontaneously you are using those words and phrases to become perfect. So the perfection should be in the uses of language, not in the pronunciation or accent. It comes afterward. Yeah, it's okay that everybody wants improvement, everybody wants to speak like native speaker. So it is always acceptable when you are working on it spontaneously, rather than jumping and grabbing on the words and phrases which you are not habituated to. So it takes time and it happens gradually. So I hope you like my video, and if you like my video, give comments and share and subscribe.